Hello. Okay, so I just got this one in the mail. I know exactly what it is, I think. So this is a game called Power Slam. It's from a local Australian company. This is their first Kickstarter, and it's a professional wrestling themed board game. And we did an interview with one of the creators of this game, Ray. Oh, look at that! There's a personal note. Justin and Allison, thank you for all the support. Happy slamming, Ray. I can't quite. Seizure and Pete. So there's the three guys that got together and made this game in their spare time. They had it on the books for a long time, but then because of the pandemic, they ended up having a lot more free time with their jobs being shut down for a while. And so they actually got this game finished and up on Kickstarter, and they managed to raise a decent amount of money. And there it is. How cool is that? Ooh, it's got a big dent in the middle. That's unfortunate. It's only come in the padded bag, so it doesn't quite protect against people at the postal service drop kicking the... it looks actually like it got stacked under something, you can see. Very cool box, so it's got the mirror finish. I love this, it's got little grooves that makes it actually a lot easier to open the box. What happens with these boxes is when that's straight across without the little notch, wait, look at that, let's hold that down so you can actually see it. If that's straight across without the little notch, when you open the box, there's a vacuum and it makes it hard to get the lid off. So this makes it much easier. When you put the lid back on, gives the air someplace to go. So what happens with big boxes a lot is you put the lid back on and it actually blows the corners out of the box. So this is 2 to 4 players, ages 7 and up, and it plays in 20 minutes. So this is a perfect game for us right now because we've got a lot of kids in our game group. Nice thick cardboard, good production quality. Let's see if I can push. Oh boy, that really got dinged. Push it back in a little bit. And then, yeah, that's not so bad. Such is life. There's an instruction book. For some reason I keep holding this up way too high. Move this in a bit. There we go. And this is how to play the game. It's pretty simple. You're just using card combinations to do cool wrestling moves. And all the artwork was done by this guy on the team, Seizure. And bag of tokens, they're pre-punched, so they've got health. I think those are pin tokens, and that's going to be probably the first player token. And then 2 big fat stacks of cards. A nice plastic insert. Ooh, and look at this. Looks like yes, I think that was like a Kickstarter extra. So they got a good manufacturer. They actually had a lot of trouble trying to find somebody to be able to do it because print companies don't normally do card games. You just have to. You end up all the manufacturing of this kind of stuff tends to have to go overseas, unfortunately. It's a big market there. If you are a printmaker in Australia to do card games and stuff for people. Look at that. So cool. So very simple. And like there's a reference card. That's an excellent inclusion. Grapple, special, throw. So you can, it looks, I think it plays a little bit like a more of a fancy or a slightly more complicated version of paper, rock, scissors. Where you're playing a card at the same time, and then depending on what you play, you might win the move. Or perhaps it's a little different, like where you have a hand of cards and someone plays a card and you can play another one. But the idea is to subdue your opponent with grapples and throws and strikes and counter moves, and then arm locks, and then get them pinned. So you have to get 3 of those, I think. The triple tap, as we all know from watching tons of professional wrestling. So the guys that made this game are huge wrestling fans, and they've been kind of wanting to make this game for a long while. So that's one half of the deck. Heaps of cards. And this plays how many players? 2 to 4. Let's take a look. So they've named their company 3 Stand-Up Guys. And the reason for that is because they're all stand-up comedians. So they do the comedy circuit mostly in the Sydney area, but they also get around other places as well. Another business that was totally stifled by the pandemic because, of course, all those live shows were canceled for a long while. Cool. Sleeper. Here's all the moves. So that other deck had most of the sort of general things, but DDT, chop, kick, punch, big splash. Look at all this stuff. Very fun. So I'm hoping to do a playthrough of this really soon, and I reckon the kids are going to love this game. Or not. Maybe it's too violent. I don't think so, though. It's wrestling. Knee drop, uppercut, clothesline, Luthez press, headlock, power bomb. Good quality. It's a matte finish. Everything's very nice. Like the cards are, a consistent size. Everything's lined up. So the printmaker that they ended up getting clearly knows what they're doing. I think we're going to get a lot of fun out of this game. And I'm not sure. I believe that they'll definitely be making this available in retail. But you'll probably have to order it direct. So I would look up Power Slam or 3 Stand-Up Guys. And let's see if they have any information. The Wrestling Card Game. Ray Cashman, Caesar Kaiser, and Peter Gleason. Very cool. So I'll hopefully be doing a review of this one pretty soon. I do have a bit of a backlog on my board game reviews. But because this is a game for kids 7 and up, I'll probably get a chance to play it a bit more sooner than some of my bigger games. So please check it out on hotgamemagnet.com, which is our podcast. We're up to 96 episodes, so there's lots there to listen to if you like listening to that. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.